Welcome, everybody, to your least favorite podcast. My name is Mark, and I am here with all of my friends.
Steven.
Nick.
Jake.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. You know what? I don't know what we have to talk about this week because we were just talking about, without recording, a whole bunch of stuff. Nick tricked Steven into watching a commercial. We're talking about the time, right? And we were talking about all this stuff, and then just Jake didn't want to record it. So,
Well, first off, that begs the question of where would you hide when AI takes over?
AI
for
Terminators?
One, yeah, I for one am hiding in a car wash.
Okay, so if it's AI Terminators, that might be fine. But if it's like regular AI, they're gonna like control the car wash.
I was about to say, what kind of car wash are we talking about here? One of the manual car washes?
I'm just gonna be talking shit in here, and then they're just gonna turn off the water. Like, y'all some bitches! Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Well,
Dude, you ever gotten stuck in one of those before? I have.
Mm-mm.
I was taking when I worked at my old job before the military, I had work trucks I would take in there, and they had like weird things sticking up. And one of them like come over the top of the car, goes down behind it, and then it went back and got stuck on this bar or some part of the truck that was sticking up. And then it just shuts off, and you're just trapped. Like the machine's stuck between the back of the truck and this crap that's mounted to the back end. So I can't go nowhere. And there's nobody there because it's just an automatic car wash. And it's kind of frustrating.
I feel like, it should have been common sense for you not to take that truck into that car wash.
No, it wasn't like you think. Like, it was just a truck with, like, how they have those little toolboxes right behind the cab? And so it was mostly just that, which would be fine. But except there was one pipe because it had a gas tank back there, too. So it's just one pipe sticking up. Just a tiny little half-inch pipe. And it caught that thing, and it just wedged in there, and it tried to move a couple times, and it just, like, then it just shuts off. The whole machine just dies.
So what'd you do?
I had to go find a phone number, call some cranky-ass motherfucker, have him drive out there, turn it back on, and get it off of the truck.
how cranky was he?
Pretty cranky, because you can't be driving this stuff in here. I'm like, how do I know? This is a tiny little pipe, dude. Calm down. Calm your tits. You don't have to work. You have the easiest job ever. You just own a property that you have to maintain slightly.
Yeah, he did nothing else to get that property. He just happened
Dude,
to
owning
find it.
Owning a car wash got to be a racket. Like, you don't have to do customer service. You just set everything up. People do it themselves.
What do you mean, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
you don't
people
have to
are
buy
always-
soap. You don't
People
have
are
to get
always
it.
blaming you for like
That's
their cars
fine. You
getting
don't even have to
scratched
be
and-
there. Okay, if it's a like manual wash where people wash it themselves, anything they do to that car is their own fucking fault. So
Yeah.
like, I just pay for the water and make sure the chemicals come out like they're supposed to,
Yeah.
and put some signs up. So like that's got to be a low effort. That's an industry I want to get into.
Uh-huh.
There's a really nice car wash in Omaha that we used to go to. Like, it was
that
an
pulls
automatic
your car through?
Yeah. Like, you drop it off, and then, like, they would, like, vacuum the inside of it, and then, like, do, like, some hand washing of it, and then send it through the machine. And then, like,
was always
drying
weird,
off
though.
the towels.
They would let you stay in it if you're just getting a wash, and it was so weird because they'll still dry it off at the end, even if you're sitting in it. And then they open the door, they're like, "What's up?" And they're just drying off the door jamb and stuff, and they're just right next to you, just wiping everything down, and you feel like an idiot. Are you having a good day? You a
Yes.
big boy up in there, huh? You a big boy in your car?
It's a nice car, man. How much does this cost?
I am a big boy, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of feel like an idiot standing up in there.
I am a big boy, huh?
I haven't been through an automatic one since then, though. I did finally find a manual one that I like. I spent like a half hour washing my car.
I mean, I got the hose on the side of the house and just...
I'm sure you do. I'm sure that's exact. You just go out and there we go.
There we go.
I'm gonna go wash the car, and you come back in less than a minute later. The hose was screwed in that
He's
time,
just
so
like-
I really streamlined the process.
Just spray some water on it. Doesn't even scrub or do anything. He's just like hits the windshield wipers. All right,
Good to go.
good
I
to
can
go.
even see just like catch some dishwater and just go out and fling it at the car. Perfect.
Gets done cooking some noodles, dude. Just takes the water out.
It's clean, right? It's been boiling.
We said that if you ever get a new car, I want to make sure it has that really nice noise that your current car makes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That could be what the video is about. Let's talk about your choice in vehicles. You had a chance to get a new car one time and you didn't. And now your cars always have the weirdest quirks. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they do. For those of you who don't know, my car now has like a feature in the car that has like an automatic like sun visor, but it's not in there. And the car thinks it is. And so every time you put it in reverse for the first time after starting it, it just makes this cranking sound for like 20 seconds. And it's my favorite part of the car.
It's obnoxious, is what it is.
It's pretty awesome.
You're like,
Mainly
what the
just for
hell is
people's
that?
reaction? It's just
You had
too
the
funny.
car with the battery in the trunk, which is fine, except that it needs
yeah,
like
I forgot
energy
about
to
that.
open it. You know,
Yeah.
That was a problem.
That was fun.
The car with no steering, that was fun.
Yep. I went like 3 months with no power steering.
You just gotta muscle it.
Got my arm workout every day.
I don't see the problem.
I mean, it wasn't really much of a problem. You just
Didn't you? You still had your other car, the black one, right? Wasn't that one you just left it down in Alabama?
no, we sold that one.
Oh, I thought it was down there for a while.
No, I got sold pretty quickly.
No.
I missed that car, man. That car was awesome. It was not good in the snow, but it was awesome.
No.
Rear
It's
wheel
no,
drive.
it's no good.
Hey, that's a copyright trademark thing.
No.
Saying no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe.
They're right.
AD.
There's no copyright. No.
You can't say
Yeah, I
that.
miss that. I feel like it's a rite of passage that your first car. Some people's continue this trend, but at least your first car needs to be a piece of shit. You
Oh,
need
yeah.
to be able to fix things that you should never have to fix on a car. You're just like, I just know how they are, and that will give you an appreciation for whatever your next like car or whenever you get like a better car. You're like, I remember having to do all this janky shit. I had to change a tire because the tire would just fall off. It just did that sometimes, you know.
I do know, man.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't, if you're under a certain age, you shouldn't be allowed. They should have like a special lot for people who are just starting out driving. Like you can buy cars from here. They're all junkers. They do technically run. They need work. They got some things they do where like it's just a little weird, you know.
Yeah, man, I get it, dude, for sure, bud. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry we couldn't all drive like a Lamborghini as our first car, like Nick.
I know it. I had the Lambo. Whipping it to high school.
I could see it.
I don't know how. It's just
He's doing
fucking-
donuts in the parking lot.
Yeah, you got it, man. You called it. Shit.
Oh my god, that
Sorry,
was not
I mean-
true at all.
Yeah, I remember in school, we went out to like a farming adjacent town, you know? Okay, so there were a lot of dudes out there with like big ass trucks. Like I'm sure every school's got some kind of equivalent, the like redneck dudes, and they drive big ass trucks. And there was one
at our school, yeah.
Truck, yeah.
oh yeah, I'm
Truck,
sure.
yeah.
But there was like this obnoxious ass dude. And I remember one time they had these like gates that we used to have for the football field and then like the parking lot, and they would just close these gates to like connect them together during games.
Mhm.
And so like one day I'm just like out at the like outside the school watching, and I don't remember what I was doing while I was out there. And this dude just like cuts the turn too sharp and just gouges the shit out of the side of his big ass loud truck. And he gets out, starts cussing up, and just gets in and speeds off. I'm like, oh, that was fun to watch. He just tore that shit up. I'm like, yeah, it's not, you know, you don't get a lot of real karma, like exacting its vengeance on people, but that's one of those times you're just like, oh, that was nice. I appreciate that.
What did he do to you?
Just annoyed me.
Okay.
I've wished worse on people for a lot less, so it's good
Yeah.
to see.
That guy at fucking McDonald's who gets my order wrong. Oh,
Hope his car blows up. Like,
you could
I mean,
fucking hear the
maybe.
words I say.
If half the shit that I like threatened or wished upon people came true, I don't even know. I don't even know what would happen.
What's
It'd
the
be
worst
horrible.
you wished upon me?
Well, I've never driven a car around you, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right,
So-
what's the worst you've wished on me?
There
Well,
we
it's
go.
not the same if I'm like in the car with somebody, but if it's like somebody else, like road rage type of stuff, then yeah. And I could not tell you. Probably some heinous shit. Some terrible things.
Name your top 5 heinous shits you've said about people while road raging.
I kinda
I
just go on
plead the Fifth
tangents.
Amendment, so
Yeah,
that
I
I don't
can't
have to
legally
go to
be-
court over this.
Well, I mean, it's freedom of speech. It's
I mean, I've already said that the like worst thing you can do to people is go after like their family. It's not them, right? Like I wouldn't want somebody to suffer. I'd want them to suffer by their friends and family suffering. So obviously that's where I'm gonna start. Then there's a lot of slow, very painful things you can do to people. And so you just kind of freestyle. That's all I do. Like I don't listen, I don't comprehend half the shit I say. So I just freestyle when I'm driving.
I think the worst I say in road rage is that guy's an asshole.
It's like, oh fudge.
No, I had a guy today. We were going down. I was coming back home, right? And the guy is going like 5 miles under the speed limit in the fast lane on the interstate. And so I got up like real close behind him, was flashing my lights, doing the whole fucking thing, right? And then he wouldn't get over for like a long time. So I finally like passed him. And as I was passing him, he gave me the peace sign. So I pulled over in front of him and slowed down to 50 miles an hour till he got over. And then I went on my way.
Oh, that's just unnecessary.
No, it's very necessary. He got out of the way for everybody else, and nobody else had to deal with that.
Turn on your cruise control.
You know,
and-
yeah, you
I mean-
can't because he's in the way. I can't cruise control
Tech-
because he's
yeah,
going
technically,
slower than
you don't
the
have
speed
The
a-
limit.
left
adaptive
lane's
cruise
for
control?
passing.
No, I don't. He was in
he
the
doesn't have a
passing lane.
Lamborghini like me, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
God,
Okay.
come on.
The left lane is for passing people.
He was
okay?
breaking a law,
So you broke a law back.
so I broke it right back. Actually, I didn't like slam on my brakes. I just got over.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Jake.
That's true, but
But
three
three
rights
lefts
make a
do.
left.
You'll eventually get turned around somewhere, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gotta make enough
Something's
of
gonna
one
happen.
turn. We'll do the other one.
hmm
Yeah, Jake's fun to drive with.
I fucking hate people that do that.
You'll be making sure your seatbelt's on.
Jake's not that bad. He's not the worst.
If it's like you just don't pay attention to what he's doing half the time. And as long, I mean, the people he does it to have done something a little extra. Like, yeah, they're usually it's when they're in the left lane and they're going too slow. That's like,
Like,
9
I'd-
times out of 10 what it's.
I
Gonna be.
probably would have kept going. But that peace sign, oh nah, dude. That was too much. That was the end of it. I was over it. I was
trying to
not
be
doing it
my
anymore.
friend, that ass.
He was not trying to be my friend. Let's
You don't
let's
know.
be real.
You
Bullshit.
don't know. No
We did
bullshit.
some the other day where we was driving and somebody like mildly annoyed me, and I was talking to my wife about it. Because I just to give you an idea, in like probably less than a 10-second span of time, I don't know why I told her about it, but I was like, all right, so my thought process was like, I could grab this metal cup, throw it out there. I need to throw this. It has to be this object because it's a certain weight. I need to bust it through their window. I need to get in there and like grab. I don't know why I needed to get in their car, but I was like, I have to do it. I need something hard. I need to bust the glass. I got probably like 2 or 3 seconds before they realize and like come to and react to me breaking through their glass because they'll probably be in a couple seconds of shock. Then I can like reach in there, do some other things. Like there was just this whole tangent I went on in like a split second amount of time. She's like, Jesus, like I don't need to know all that. Like why did you think that?
It's
I
all
don't
up
know.
here. It's all
It just
there.
happens.
Every awful thing I could ever think of just runs through your head for a second.
And I think the guy just like cut us off or something, and that was it. I was like, if you just like pull up next to him, we can do all these things. I already planned it all out.
Mm-hmm.
I think what annoys me the most is whenever like we're in the left lane passing and it's like a line of cars passing like a semi or something, and some person who's going like faster like gets back over in the right lane. It's like what do you think is gonna happen here? Like we're all in the left lane for a reason. Like I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
what
when they
you're doing.
fly up past everybody to like try and cut in
Up
somewhere.
the line.
Just-
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on now.
My
Nothing
favorite's
un-
when like me and Steven are riding in the car together and somebody wants to road rage against us, and I'm like, You realize what's gonna get out of this car if you get out of your car? Like very like 9 times out of 10, we have the advantage here. Like maybe somebody like your size, Mark, gets out, hey, motherfucker, and then we get out. You're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, and then you get shot, and you're like, oh shit, size don't matter.
I mean, yeah, no, there's always that. There's always that chance. There is. You gotta be careful about where you road rage at. You don't go road rage in the ghetto, bro. You know better than that. I ain't trying to get shot.
You just got to shoot first.
Just trying to get some anger out, bro. Leave me alone.
I guess I'm the opposite of you, Steven. Is I don't like imagine me like road raging and destroying somebody's car. I always like imagine someone like road raging against me, right? Like forcing me and like pulling them, getting out of the car.
You got to defend yourself.
I'm gonna have to defend myself.
I'm in the right here. Defense, self-defense.
People who get out during road rage is weird. I just run them over.
That's what I'm already in them. I'm
Like,
in
why
the car.
Why
I'm
am I
just
gonna get out? Like what?
You just made it easier, you idiot.
Fucking dumbass. Now I can just leave now, right? If I wanted.
That is always fun when somebody's like pissed off at you for no reason and they stop and you just keep going. Just like
you got me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, you really showed me.
I don't know. Driving just brings out the worst in people. I don't know what it
really
is.
does. It really
Not me.
does.
I never have those situations.
It's
a
okay.
wholesome human being.
Yeah, okay.
Well, when you drive a Lambo, I don't have to be anywhere fast, so I'm just chilling.
I used to know a guy bring his like he had a gun at his house, right? Like he just had a gun. He's like, I can't bring it while I drive. And I'm like, why? He's like, I'll kill somebody. Like he's like, I know, I will
You should
lose
report
my
this guy
shit.
to the
I will
fucking
lose my.
authorities.
No, he's doing the right thing. He doesn't bring his gun.
And I like the opposite. You ever listen to John Caparulo? He did a joke like that. And he's like, he did the opposite though. He's like, if I had the gun, at least I'd think about it. Because if I had pepper spray, I'd just be pepper spraying.
Oh yeah,
like you walk in front of me at the store, psst, you getting sprayed, bitch. Look at that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel weird. Like anytime I see somebody just like straight up carrying like they got a holstered gun, like I get it. Like I don't care, but it's just weird looking. It just looks strange. Just so used to not seeing it.
I'm only used to seeing it on cops, so like it's weird if they're not in like a full uniform or like like a detective or something.
Yeah, they can carry it under their sleeves, under their armpits.
To be honest,
nobody carries guns like that anymore.
Are you allowed to? Or only cops allowed to do that?
I carried 2 on
Why
me.
couldn't you as a normal person?
I feel like that's the coolest place to carry a gun because then you got your 2 extra magazines and you got your gun and you just like boom. Nobody expected it to come from under the arm.
Except they could see it.
I mean, if I'm wearing like a jacket,
like a trench coat,
yeah,
be the same as coming out of your hip.
Nah, I feel like
honestly, you would never
hidden.
surprise me if you had a gun and you were wearing a trench coat. I'm always expecting a guy wearing a trench coat to have a gun in there.
Why else do you wear a trench coat?
That will not surprise
or
me.
flashing people.
I was about to say, or flashing people.
Yeah.
Like,
the first thing I'm looking for is if you got pants on. The second,
you haven't shown me your dick yet, so I think you might be shooting me up. I don't know.
This dude's got something under that coat, bro. I don't know what. But there's a list of options.
Yeah, dude, you're not surprising anyone if you pull a gun out and you have a trench coat on, dude.
It's a shame because those old, like, I feel like the old school look, it was a good look, and there's just no right way to wear a trench coat anymore. Like, it just doesn't look right. Like you said, it's just weirdos. You're just doing something weird, and you need to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the outfits back in the day looked pretty good. I understand. Have you seen? There's a whole bunch of people online. They do they like live in like the 50s or the 40s. Just the appliances and the clothes they wear and all that kind of crap. That'd be weird, but I understand. Weird. I wouldn't do it. I need my phone.
They go to like a themed party, but that's about it.
No, it's like their everyday life. They like live in. I don't know if they do it for just certain amounts of time, but yeah, they'll sit there and actually like cook food the hard way, like the old things, and then they'll put all their clothes on. There's some that were like Victorian era, and they'll put on like the female outfit from the day. had like 30 pieces that had to go together, like your corset, your dress, the like frame for the outer dress. And I'm like, first of all, be dying of heat stroke wearing all that. Second of all, can't sit anywhere. The hell with that.
I mean, like I get it to an extent, you know. Some people like his. I've got a friend, and just like on like a regular day, he'll wear like a sweater and a bow tie, just because. And it's like, you know what? I like the idea of kind of like dressing up and looking nice, but it's not very practical, especially for me.
There's got to be a reason to do all that effort. You can just like throw on some shirt and some pants and call it a day.
I mean, those are my work clothes, anyways. Is like workout pants and t-shirt. So
I want to see you start coming into work wearing like a suit, and you got no shoes on. I don't know. Jump kick. Yeah.
this dude barefoot hitting pads.
With a monocle and a top hat.
That'd be funny with like the sparring gear on. You have a 3-piece suit plus like boxing headgear and gloves.
It could work. It's a good look.
Sweating your ass off because you're hotter than.
It seems like a skin for a character in like a fighting game. You know?
I'm sure it's been done. They could make some like modified like dress wear. It's got some like flex some breathing in it, you know.
Huh?
Then you could. You don't expect to get in a fight with somebody wearing a suit and they just whoop your ass because they can do like flying jump kicks and shit. But it could happen. Start that as a clothing line, branch off.
Martial arts luxury suits.
Dude, I'm sure somebody'd buy that. Look at all these dudes, all these freaking YouTubers going to box and do fighting and all that shit. Like, those guys need to dress up. They got money they don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna buy dumb shit. If that's one thing I've learned, is that if you make something dumb, a slightly gimmicky, like, they're gonna buy it. Somebody will. And if it's gimmicky enough, it'll go way bigger than it should.
True.
I'll buy it.
All right, we just need to brainstorm, come up with something really stupid but slightly useful, and we'll make $1 million. Then we can finally.
What about a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm listening.
We'll name it your least favorite, okay?
Oh, okay.
And then actually be people's least favorite podcast.
Okay. I think we can do that.
See, okay, so, but, like, are you going to be a least favorite because
accomplishable.
it's just bad, or, like, your least favorite because it's going to be controversial?
Probably because people are going to hate it.
Okay.
Because it's bad.
But it's delivering on its promise.
Yes. So
I don't know.
it's like authentic, right?
I mean, I don't listen to other podcasts. I don't want to. I always feel like if you're doing something like that, I don't want to pick up other people's ideas and use them. So I try not to. Also, I just don't have an interest in
That's what
listening
all
to
the most
podcasts.
successful people do, though.
What, they just steal other people's
Just
ideas?
steal other people's ideas.
Do it better. Riot Games.
If there's one thing I have learned in my adult life, it's that the people that get ahead in life are the ones that spend all their time telling you to obey the rules and do the right thing while they're doing whatever the fuck they want. They're like, yeah, you just stay over there and do that, you dumbass. And I'm going to go ahead and just take all the other stuff and make all the money and be successful. Like, it's just like clockwork. That's how they get ahead in life. And be willing to do things that decent people aren't willing to do. That's also important.
Anal.
Well, that's
number one on the
debatable.
list.
It's okay.
Listen, I think a lot of people are willing to do anal, just not necessarily admit to the fact that they do anal.
It's 2020. It's okay to do anal if you like it. I mean, if you want to, Nick, it's totally okay. We're not going to
I'm not
judge
saying
you.
me. No, I'm sad. I have a Lambo. I don't need money.
All right.
I'm fine. I'm just saying others.
I mean, if you don't have a Lambo, anal's probably a good way to get there.
Yeah, I'll watch.
I mean, it can't hurt,
I'm just saying.
or can it?
I mean, it's gonna hurt.
Depends on how
But-
big he is.
I mean, just like the first few times, you get used to it eventually. It's fine.
Oh, do you? Tell us
Enlighten
about
us.
it, Mark.
I see now why you don't want your dad to listen.
Man,
Learned
you thought he
some
was mad
things.
about tattoos. Woo!
We learned some stuff.
It's okay,
ever heard-
Mario. We'll support you.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Oh,
Steven?
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna. He keeps talking about Lambos. I don't know where he got that from, but it just reminded me of
You?
that.
You.
I can't remember which way it goes, but it was either Ferrari or Lamborghini, and then he was the creator of one of them was just like pissed off for some reason at the other company, and then just founded his own company. He made like tractors or some shit. I think it's Ferrari.
Ferrari makes tractor. Used to
That
make-
always just cracks
No,
me up. He's just
Lambo
like,
was the tractor one. I'm pretty
he's just like,
sure.
he's just like, fuck you. I'm gonna go make my own supercar. Like the hell is
Lambos
your car?
like came from tractors, right? I'm pretty sure I found that out from Need for Speed when I was younger.
Yeah, it's one way or the other. It was either
It's not Ferrari for sure.
So then it
There's
was
no
like
Lambo.
maybe he couldn't buy a Ferrari or he didn't like Ferrari, so he made
Yeah.
his tractor company make supercars, and that's where Lamborghini. I don't know. One of those did that. I just don't remember which way it went.
It's that guy. Am I
That
right?
guy did that.
Lambos.
I don't know, dude. You're the one that drives them. You tell me.
No, I am telling you. I
Oh,
know.
okay.
It's Lambo, yeah.
All right. Okay,
You're
it's
welcome.
There you go.
I don't even need him to look it up. Need
That's
for
just what
Speed would never lie to me.
They still making those movies?
It's a video game.
No, that wasn't there a movie too.
There was a movie. Yeah.
That's Fast and the Furious, and it's all about family.
I mean, that's the same damn thing. Need for Speed, Fast and Furious. Insert
No,
fast
there was
car.
a Need for Speed movie though. I thought.
Lamborghini was founded to compete with Ferrari.
Thank you, Need for Speed.
There you go. Could I get a Lamborghini tractor though?
Yes.
They still make those?
Yeah,
I
Need
don't-
for Speed movie 2014.
Ugh.
Huh. That's
Somebody
probably
else
not very
makes
good.
those.
The games weren't very good. I don't remember. 'em
No.
being good.
Whoa. Whoa.
23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So bad movie.
Bad movie, great game. Got it. We'll end it there.
I feel like we've gone through the years where bad movies based on video games have kind of worked their way out, because now we're getting some bangers. Like these new shows and or movies based on video games are actually doing a pretty good job.
Here
It
we
only
go.
took them
They're
like
not
30
movies
years
anymore.
Okay,
Everything's a
shows.
series. Like everything needs to be a series now. Like every time you get on Reddit and they talk about some topic, movie or whatever, they're like, "This should have been a series." Everyone just
feel
wants
like-
series. Nobody wants movies.
I feel like that allows for more expanding. So like the problem is you see like, okay, for example, I was watching the trailer for the new Deadpool Wolverine movie, and I'm like, my immediate first concern is this is going to be 2.5 hours and that's it. And then I'll probably never get to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine with Deadpool ever again, because this is like a one and done deal from the sound of it. I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, I'm
Most likely.
already over that movie. I don't even want to see
But
it.
my point is that if that was a series and I could watch like 10 hours of it if I felt like it, that'd be cool. I mean, I would appreciate it. But I also understand that movies like have a plate, like movies still have a little bit of draw for that. So
I feel like the most successful movies now need to be not series movies.
no, they kind of just burned out after the Marvel stuff. But when they're like solid one-offs that have
Yeah.
that are good just as a standalone thing, like then they're doing a good job. Like you're
Mhm.
like, oh, cool, I could watch this. I don't need to see their origin story. I don't need all kinds of exposition to explain what the hell's
need
going on.
follow up. You
No,
know?
Yeah.
you need a good origin story.
I mean, that's fine if it's not like another Spider-Man origin story. How many times I gotta watch Uncle Ben die? Okay, how many
So, like,
times?
I think a good example is
Wait, he
Knives
dies?
Out.
Way to ruin it.
Have y'all seen
It's-
Knives Out?
Yes,
No.
actually, we did just watch that finally.
Yeah, so like that's a good movie, and then they made a sequel, but it's not like a continuation of the story. It's just like another story with that detective as the main character.
The detective is.
It's called Glass Onion.
Oh, I didn't know they made a sequel.
Yeah.
That's the guy that plays James Bond, the detective, right?
Yeah.
I liked that one because we watched the Murder on the Orient Express ones, and then these
That
ones,
was
but it was really just like the detective's like, I just want to know what the fuck is going on. Like, he's not like, yeah, I don't know, but like, what the hell is all of it? Like, what happened? Why am I here? Why are you here? I don't know. Yeah, so it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
felt like the ending was a little bit of a kind of cop out. I don't know. I feel like I was. Oh, okay, we'll have to check that out because
Well, I don't know.
we
about
watched it.
better. It's really good though. I like both of them.
Better than Murder on the Orient Express. That's a cop out ending right there.
Everyone's the killer.
The power of love, the friendship.
Guys, wait. I haven't seen these. What the f?
Yeah, so they find out in the end that it was the real treasure was the friends they made along the way.
That's never the treasure.
And the guy they murdered.
I don't even like you guys. What are you talking about? Friends suck.
Well, not the different friends, other friends. You haven't made them yet because you haven't found the real treasure. Duh.
The real
They're on a
treasure.
train where somebody got murdered.
How many years does it take to find the fucking treasure?
Yeah, I said one of my to-do lists is before I die, I'm going to bury treasure in several places and leave maps with random ass things and put some mystery back in the world, you know? How many times when you're growing up, when you're a little kid, and you think that there's just buried treasure everywhere and you just need a map with X on it, and that'll lead you to some real treasure. And then you grow up and you're like, there ain't no treasure. The only people looking for treasure are fuckers with like corporations that can go salvage them out of
People who are on
X.
meth actually look for treasure.
Pretty sure we
I know,
talked
but-
about this like 3 podcasts ago.
What, that I was going to bury treasure?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's still my point. It's still on my to-do list. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
he's still gonna go camping at some point too.
At some point.
One of these
Yeah,
days, dude.
It's getting
One
warm
of
out there. Well,
these
that'll be
days.
it'll collective hobby. You know, I will go camping. I will bury treasure out there, and then
Mhm.
hopefully I write down where I buried it, and we can go get it when we
Mhm.
go camping.
Well, all right. I think that's where we're going to end this week's episode so Steven can get to burying his treasure. This has been your least favorite podcast. We will catch y'all next week.
Peace.